All right, guys. First of all, awesome to have Daniel back. He just got back in Bangkok a couple of days ago. We're both super excited, right?
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Like,
So
thrilled,
gone,
literally thrilled.
Yeah, I've been gone for a couple of weeks. Had to go back to the States. Was in Alaska. I'm back checking in with Scott, and yeah, taking a look at what Peter's done with Scalpius, which is
so the student of ours, Peter, in the intensive mentorship group, he's like a ideal student sort of guy, and he's a great dude. He's one of those guys that you just tell him to do something, he just goes away and does it. Like he never bucked at all. Like I set him so much work, like hours every day. Hours every day.
A lot of work.
And anyway, this guy's he started off. He did a huge back test for one of my systems, a 1500 trade back test, until he really understood it at a deep level.
Right.
And then what he decided is, after trading it real money for a while, is that he was making money, but it just didn't quite suit him. And that's a really common thing that people find. So he's gone and invented his own system. He's blended.
I wouldn't go that far. He's made improvements upon.
He's chopped and changed three of our concepts together, right?
Yeah, but he really took the core kind of Scalpius. And yeah, I guess you're right. He chopped it up a little bit.
But that's what
I like it. It's great. It's great. No, I love it. It's actually an improvement on our system. It's better. What I'm really excited about is Scalpius and RTV is one of the systems I worked on a lot. Probably one of the best systems.
It's the best thing you ever did.
Best thing I ever created. And this is better. And this is which makes me thrilled.
And so what happened is I just showed him the results, and he's like, "What the fuck? This system, I want to trade this straight away." I'm going, and Daniel's like, "I'm going to go home and send this today." Like, this is
great. I think we prefer the daily charts, right? We don't trade intraday,
so
daily charts are easier, lifestyle wise.
My expertise,
right?
Like when I was doing intraday trading, I wasn't that good a trader, to be really honest.
Right.
When I only got to,
I've only had periods and successes of intraday. Most of my success, and I tell everyone this, is trading daily charts, and that's where we found our groove.
Yeah, and you know, I like to go out and do stuff during the day, and I'm lazy, and I want to eat bacon and eggs every day, and I want to go to the gym, and I
just don't want to be in front of the screen anymore. I think I've spent a lot of time in front of the screens years ago doing back tests, trading intraday.
That's like your first million in the account stuff. Like after you get past that, it's like.
And now I just kind of I want to spend time with the family, with the kid, go outside, relax, see my friends, all this good stuff.
So anyway, but that's not most of the people who come to us.
They want to trade intraday.
Most people, 90% of people who come to me want to trade.
But Peter trades 2 hours a day, you said, or 4 hours a day.
He trades 4 now. I started off trading 2.
Right.
But anyway, the point is that we're both so excited about this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
the cat's excited too.
I'm like,
he's thrilled.
I'm like, I'd like to trade a little bit of this. Like, this looks hella fun.
Yep.
It looks totally doable for like a couple of hours a day.
And what he's done is, I think,
bank a couple of grand a day on average. And you look at his equity curve. It's just like.
Well, what I want to talk about a little bit is kind of what he's done. Is he's taken a system that's 100% mechanical, right? That has no discretion in it. Where you enter, where you exit, it's just everything, totally mechanical. And he's just said, look, that makes sense. Once you're in a trade, you want to bank profits, you want to have your ISL. But before that, can we isolate the best of the best setup and remove the others? And then, in situations where that setup's not firing, can we introduce another setup?
And don't forget, this guy had 1,500 trades worth of back tests, showing that he had a 69% win rate on the setup to start with.
Right.
So he took a 69% win rate setup, and he says, "Nah, that's not good enough."
Was he at 69?
He was at 69.
Because I would always see about 60, 65.
He was 60, 65 in the real world, but
and the back test was 69.
I think he might have been doing some greasy shit on his back. We've always got a bit of wishful thinking.
Yeah, I've always listened. Scalpius is a good system. It's great. 69 to 70% strike rate is pretty high. I've always had 60, 65 on
it. It's lower today. But anyway,
daily 55, 60. Let's move on. So we're thrilled. We're excited. We're looking at.
So anyway, we're
looking at kind of setting up something new now. We're inspired because last year we did a lot of work with the system building course. We put a lot of that material out there, and now I think we're looking at setting something up for the people that want to trade more intraday, right? And have this kind of 80-90% mechanical, maybe 10% discretionary system, and not just jack off, rip off. Peter's work, because that's not going to work for you, right?
I don't want to jack the system.
And the same thing. Not only do we not want to jack the system, but if we just gave,
we do want to jack the system.
We do want to jack the system. Well, we don't want to take. We want to jack the system. But to take his system and just hand it to someone else, they're not going to trade it. They're going to have the same issues.
You're going to have exactly.
So you have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to back test.
So let's make clear what happened.
Right.
We've always said that the expertise comes from getting the execution skill to be able to execute at an expert level. Right. And Peter did thousands of trades.
2 or 3 months of work into that.
2 or 3 months with me watching him every day, hours a day with me over his shoulder. He's damn good.
Yep.
Like he's legitimately damn good.
Yeah, like I would park.
I would park money with him.
I would park, I'd definitely park 10% of my money with Peter. If he had a serious system,
If he got a track record.
Right, absolutely.
The next thing he did is he did a hella giant back test. It's the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah.
And the third thing he did is he tweaked things to suit him. It's like that old Van Tharp stuff.
Right.
You need a system that suits you.
It needs to combine your beliefs with the market, because if your beliefs aren't there,
and the hours a day and the right time frame chart and the number of trades.
There's also an ego aspect to it, I think.
This ego aspect is important because
you got to feel like it's yours.
It's yours. It's mine.
Own it. I own the system.
It's not Peter's system that we're jacking. It's my system. I invented it.
Yeah. Is that why you feel okay trading it?
No. If I was to trade this, I would have to jack it back off him and change it around again.
We'll change it around. Yeah. We'll mess with the R's. I'll
change the chart colors.
Well, we're not going to trade the euro. We'll trade a different market.
Trade a different market. I want to trade micro futures.
Oil,
you want
micro
to trade FX.
I'm going to trade euro. I'm going to do the same thing he's doing. And you compare notes. I think it'll be interesting to do for a little while.
Really cool.
And see if I can match him, see how we compare. It'll be good for us to review each other. So that'll be a little project I'll take on. And it works lifestyle-wise, because now this is 2 hours a day for 2 sessions. You're looking at Euro and the New York Open, which, what is that here? That's, middle of day, morning, it's good.
I don't see, so let's talk about how many trades a day do you want to say?
So what is Peter doing?
He's doing about 4 trades a day. How does that feel to what you're...
4 to 10 is, I think, intraday, what I've always wanted to do and what I've always thought would work.
I think 4 or 5 a day is about right.
Let's just see what it looks like, right?
We've got to engineer our system around what we want, how much money we want to make.
I'd probably say,
because I'm not Peter.
I'd probably say 4 to 5 on an active volatile day 6. You probably don't want to be doing 10 with this because you're looking for a perfect setup. That's probably a lot.
So,
and we're doing one market. Doing one market because there's 3 charts.
And from my point of view, 10 a day. You have a day where the market's just really just giving you grief, completely out of sync.
Right.
You can get a big drawdown.
Yeah.
So
you don't want that. What is he doing? 77% win rate?
Yeah, but that's only over 75 trades or some shit.
That's a month though.
So he's done some really clever things.
How's the euro been at this time? I've been looking at
it's totally fine. It wakes up. It
hasn't been doing anything volatile. Hasn't been crazy, right?
Okay, so there's some things that we got to consider.
Yeah.
He's doing a really cool thing of his average win is 1.1 and his average loss is 1.09. So he's obviously jacking a little bit onto his profit target
to account
for slippage.
To account for slippage.
That's fucking hella smart.
That's very smart. And as opposed to going for 1.2.
1.2 is a bit much.
Which you might be a little far, so you might miss winners. At 1.1, then your profit factor is just that 1, and you're not.
So what's he got?
So the math works out.
So what's he got? 64 trades, 49 wins, 15 losses. This is real money. This isn't sim trading or any bullshit like that.
Yep.
77% win, average win 1.1, average loss 1.09, profit factor 1.01. Total R 37 in 0.68 in a month, expectancy of 0.59, which is just frankly amazing.
Which is phenomenal.
Standard deviation is very low, indicating almost no drawdowns.
Right.
SQN 4.81 and SQN 106. So SQN of 4.81 is testing out in the Van Tharp scale as holy grail.
On the 100, I always look at the 100.
I always look at the 100, but that's not fair. That can't.
Well, let's
that can't
see.
last.
It can't last. He's going to have a drawdown. He'll have periods where he makes mistakes.
Nothing going to stay.
Even if you're at 2-3.
Put it this way: a
2.5 system, you're making
a 2.5 SQN system is an extremely good system.
And once you're over 3 is excellent.
And he's a 4.8 SQN.
So that's obviously going to have a drawdown. Let's see how it performs. So let's talk a little bit about kind of next steps, what we're doing.
Okay, so what we'd like to do, and what I think we should do, is I could gin up a PDF with some sort of dodgy version of his rules today, put it out tomorrow, start selling it, but that'd be greasy.
Rip them off immediately.
That'd be just greasy.
Yeah.
So what you can't...
I'd rather trade this myself for a little bit, you know.
So what you can't do is just jump in and trade any system. You have to work a system.
Just to work up to it.
So what I'd like us to do is to document the process of working the system up. Because look at the look on his face. He's pretty excited. He's going to put some work into this. Pretty boy here, he's all worried because he's got stitches in his head and he's got a black eye that's hard to see. He's like, oh, anyone notice? And like, look at that. No one's going to notice. Don't worry, bro.
That'll be a good part to cut out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do it exactly like we talk about in the system building masterclass. The first thing to do is to separate our setups into their component setups. Because he's got 3 different setups. We've got to, first of all, when we sit down together, we'll decide if we want to keep those or throw them away.
Yeah.
They all have a fundamentally sound basis that fits with my understanding of price action. What about you?
Yeah.
I think they're all valid setups.
They're all valid setups.
We could maybe come up with more, but 3 is probably enough.
I mean, should we talk about not the setups, but we talk about the concepts? I mean, he's taken a mean reversion.
He's taken a mean reversion, confirmation on multiple timeframes.
Confirmation on multiple timeframes.
And
then also introduced a trend setup
and the
for
trend
when there's confirmation on multiple timeframes.
And the trend setup is for decreasing ATR moves, which we know are the longest lasting type of moves. So it's increasing the probability that the move is going to last long enough for it to jack his profit target, which is really, really clever, and I respect that. It's something I talk a lot about on the email list, but it's very insightful thinking to put it into a...
Say that one more time. He's got...
Decreasing ATR, decreasing volatility trending moves are the longest running type of trending moves. That's something we absolutely know. Yes. So for example, if you look at the stock market rally on a weekly basis from 2009...
It's going down, and the market's going up.
And one of the things that we know is true is that when the ATR is going down and the market is trending, counter trend setups of all stripes don't work at all. So
they look great.
They look great.
This is the one. One are lost. This is the one.
And if you think about it, how many times have we seen that in the S&P over the last 10 years? Technically perfect top picking setups that don't work. It's blasted through.
Of course.
Okay, so what Peter's doing is 2 things. One, when he sees those, his mean reversion system is off the table.
Yeah, doesn't take it.
Because they're not going to work. And that's how he's jacking the win rate.
Right.
For sure.
Of course.
It's just juice to it.
Of course. Because you're removing losers.
You're removing losers.
Right.
Removing a loser is the same as finding a winner, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so the next thing he's doing is flipping the script when he's in that situation and going for a with trend setup. I don't know if we need to go to that effect. I don't know if we need to get that complicated. Let's see what the data says. You know, if it's only 20% of setups, it may be worth just ignoring. I know you like the idea.
What, the trending ones?
Yeah.
You're already trying to change it.
Everyone, but
it changes it.
But okay, so the first step for us is to separate.
I like that because to me, what he's done here, I like the complexity of this because Scalpius is very simple. Scalpius is very straightforward.
I like simple systems.
I like Scalpius a lot. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But what I like about this is how it kind of feeds the ego part of you, where it's still mechanical and it's 80-90%
but it's got just enough to keep you involved.
But it's got that's it.
Because pure mechanical systems have, you know, they have all the thrill of the triplet garbage dump.
Right, and they're fine. Listen,
it's the way to trade. It's the way to trade. Honestly,
every professional trader I think will tell you how once you start trading profitably, it's boring.
It should be boring.
Trading is boring, right? And it should be boring. If you're excited and you're stressed and you can't sleep, you're gambling. You're not trading, right? You're doing the wrong thing. You can't do it professionally.
Okay, so our next step is we got to separate those 3 component. Like we'll sit down off camera and decide what sort of time frames, how many, what markets we're going to look at, all that kind of thing. And the next step is to separate these setups into their component thing, because there's no point measuring a mean reversion setup and a trend following setup and another setup and throwing them all in the one big soup. That's just not that's because you could get one of those setups could be completely invalid and the results could be so good on the others that would cover up.
Sure.
So we need to separate them into their component bits. We need to run scatter plots because we're just testing the entry.
Yep.
And then, once we've run scatter plots, we need to do a big ass fucking back test.
Yep.
That's what we need to do.
Which is a big back test.
And you and I are going to do that together. We're going to split it up and we're going to sim it. So we'll develop up some spreadsheet templates. Like you can see, this is Peter's been using one of our spreadsheet templates. So we'll gin up another one, like we do for our mentorship students.
Yep.
And what I want us to do is to video us at every step of the way, so that while you're doing this stuff, you take a video, I take a video. It'll be a bit boring, but at the end of it, we're going to have a library of hundreds of hours of us doing the thing.
Yeah.
And as we work from a back test to a forward test with a paper trading account, and then once we can do that and we show that we've got a statistically valid system and that we can trade it well as a component of that system,
Yep.
So that we're performing, so that the system's performing, so that statistically we're certain that the actual setups are an edge and not just curve fitting.
Right.
At that point, we're ready to trade real money, and we're going to start small.
Yep.
We're going to start with really small money, like
$50, $100 a trade, whatever.
Wes, that's like it's FX, $20.
Oh, if it's FX, yeah, $25 a trade, $10. FX, I'm thinking futures.
Well, there's micro futures account now, $1 a point.
Interesting. And you said they're liquid.
Hell of liquid.
So we'll take a look at that. We'll document all this.
I like the idea of micro futures. He likes the idea of FX. So we'll do it for both. Compare the results.
Yeah.
Okay. So after we do, so what we're going to do is we're going to optimize the system, and it'll be something in the spirit of something that Peter's done without completely just jacking his system. It'll probably be a little bit different.
Probably.
I've never worked up anyone else's system and not changed it.
Yeah. Same.
It always gets changed.
Yeah. So.
So anyway, and that's the process. And so what we'd like to do is at the end of it, we'll have this huge library of showing you exactly how to take this system and not just implement the system. Because I could give you the rules of this system now, and I absolutely guarantee that in 2 months' time, none of you will be trading it.
Yeah.
Absolutely none of it. I guarantee. I bet anything on that.
Right.
Because to get a system is
trading it at all, right? I think trading it at all. Forget about
to.
Profitably. I think 95% of people won't even trade it. They'll
look at it and go, "Oh, that's great. Now let me Google for the next system, or let me have a look at that, or
or they'll work with it for a little bit and then scrap it.
Oh, that's another tool in my toolbox, and I'll go back to like eating from the buffet, taking one.
Right. That's shoot from the hip. Let me, just wake up and see what trades I take. You can't trade like that. So we talk about that a lot.
Than an ass full of ladyboy cock.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
We're in Thailand, boys. I hate that trading.
Anyway, so let's wrap this up. Let's jump off.
Yeah, I'm excited, and
we got good stuff coming up. Next
stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right. You want to send that to